What's up guys, welcome to Academy 3D. In this video you're going to be learning how to create your own template file from scratch. If you don't know how to create your own sheet, or if you don't have your own custom sheet set up, then please check the first video in the description below. To learn that, you'll be able to create the template file that's on screen now. The title block that's on screen now. I thought I mentioned the elephant in the room. My light bulb has blown, so it's a bit dark in here, but if I'm honest, I prefer it like this anyway. And I'm re-recording this introduction, hence you might notice a little gap in the video as the two videos merge, but it shouldn't be a problem. File, new, project. I want no template file, and I want to say project template, and say OK. I'm going to say metric, but you can use imperial if you really want or need to. Right, so here we just get a basic single floor plan called level 1, which I'm actually going to rename to 000 and have a dash just for later when I want to read when I actually do the project. I'll want to name those, but I will want the basic 000. I know in America you start with 001 for some reason. Never got that actually. I prefer it as 000. But it doesn't matter. Right, so what I want to do first is create my elevations. So to do that, I'll come to view and say elevation, and I'll place one down here. You've got to remember the order that you do it in. Use the tab button to rotate the direction before you place it down. So I started with west. I mean, you don't have to name them whatever, northeast, west and south, but I'd just like to. So this was the first one. I'll call that east. I like in caps. And then south. And then west side. North. Cool. Right. Also, I don't have any sheets in there, so if I was to create a new sheet, as you can see, there's nothing there. I'd have to load one. Actually, I was going to show you a different way of loading it, but this is a lot better. So, say new, load. Now, navigate to the area where you saved your custom sheet, or whichever sheet you have. As I said before, check the link in the description, to check one of the links in the description to show you how to create your own title block. So that's mine. I mean, if you've got, that's my A3 title block, but let's say you're a company that deals with A0 as well as A3 drawings and all different sizes. You can create separate title blocks for all of those and load them all in. And then when you say new sheet, you'll be able to choose from a list of different sheet sizes. Anyway, that's enough about that. So that's my sheet sorted. What you'll also notice is the walls. There are no walls. There's just 3 different basic walls. And if you look at the types, the structure is just very basic. They're just there for you to make duplicates of and then create your own structures. So let's say you want a wall from another drawing or model. You don't want to have to, oh, by the way, while we're on the subject of walls, I'm going to create a video explaining the basics of walls and how they work. And I'm going to have a link to that in the description below at a later date. So if you've seen this video early, it's probably not there. If you see it later on, it's probably there by now. That will show you how to create new walls and wall types, but I'm not going to get into that for now. Let's say if you want certain types of walls, yeah, sure, create them. But if you want something that you have elsewhere, you got to hit open in this window, not in a new window, and then you've got to open a drawing. I'm just gonna open it. Going on the other screen. We'll just open this one. Right, this is coming soon also, guys. A video on this particular thing. Right, so let's say I want to put a basic wall down, a brick wall, and I want that loaded into the other thing. Highlight it, copy, come here, and still and paste. So there. Now when I want to place a wall down, it's there as an option. There you go. Great. Actually, one thing I wanted to do, or what I should have done first actually, is go through levels. Ooh, hold on, let me place those walls back down. I think you need to place walls to see the basic level. Oh, sorry. Bit of confusion there. Basically, these elevations can only see that distance there. You need to turn off the clip, the clip volume, they call it in MicroStation. I don't know what they call it in AutoCAD. Oh, sorry, it was right there. So hold Control and select only the little line, not the circle itself. Say no clip, and there you go. Now when you zoom extents, you can see the wall there, and there's your level. Now, if you're creating just a structural level, I suggest you go to this floor and then change the discipline to structural or architectural, whichever you're doing. But I just want to create more levels for now. Sort that out in a minute. Come to architecture or structure and say level. You can either just place one down. I want it 4 meters high. Line it up. Or just another way of doing it is to select it and say create similar. I'm just going to say pick lines here and 4,000. Now, the good thing about having them in line like that with these dotted lines is they're associated with each other. So if you stretch one, you stretch them all. The other thing is these don't look very meaty. They're just standard lines. So if you select them all, only the lines, that is, if you've selected something else, you can use filter here to filter those selections out and say edit type. I want to change the line weight to 2. I'll keep the color black. I want a line pattern on it with a dash dot, and I want a symbol on the end. You can have the symbol on both ends if you like, but I just want on one end. And say apply, and there you go. You've got the levels. I'm just going to rename these to 001. If you get the dialog box coming up saying, would you like something about corresponding stuff, just say yes and say do not show this again. It's quite annoying. And as you can see, when I change these, it automatically changes the levels. And in Revit 2019, the beauty is you get to see the levels at all times, which I really like, even in 3D mode, that is. Right, so walls we've gone through. Now columns and things like that and elements. This was a blank template, so there was nothing loaded in. So if I hit that, there's nothing loaded in. It says, would you like to load one now? I'll say no. Because it's a template, I would load families that you think you will need. I mean, there's always going to be certain things that you're going to forget or certain things that are custom to certain projects. So I would never say import load family, that is, and then navigate to the area where all the families are and select them all basically. Um, hmm. I'm going to pause this 1 sec.